This week, from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Caroline Rhea, Bobcat Goldthwait, Sisters, Jackee Harry, from Young and the Restless, Shemar Moore, MTV's Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, from the Drew Carey Show, Diedrich Bader, New York Mets All-Star Keith Hernandez, comedian Wendy Liebmann, and starring Whoopi Goldberg, with Tom Bergeron, your host, all on Hollywood Squares. And here's Tom Bergeron.
Thank you, and welcome to Hollywood Squares. It's great to have you here. We think you're going to learn things in the next half hour. That'll be by accident, but you'll learn things and be entertained. Let's welcome our stars. Hello, stars.
Hey.
Good to have you with us. And, of course, great to have our contestants, so we wouldn't have much of a game here. Ms. Circle, tell us about yourself.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Banks. I was born and raised in Southern California. I work in the Special Investigations Unit of a major auto insurance carrier. In my spare time, I play co-ed softball and love the Padres.
Well, good. All right, good to have you here. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mr. X, tell us about yourself.
My name is David DeBowie. I work in sales. I was born in Lausanne, Switzerland, but lived most of my life in Houston, Texas. Graduated from the University of Texas at Austin, and I just moved here recently to Los Angeles about a couple months ago for the weather and to continue my education.
And you moved right into El Nino, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, good. Welcome. Good to have you both here. Here's how you win games. You get 3 stars in a row, either across, up and down, or diagonally. You have to decide if the answers the stars are giving are correct or they're just making them up. That's how you get the squares. First game is worth $500. And my sources tell me, David, you won the toss backstage.
I did.
All right, you get to start.
Let's start with Whoopi.
Whoopi! All right, Whoopi. On
here
her
for the weather?
100 and what?
Wait, I was asking David, you moved here for the weather?
Yeah?
Is that what you said?
Uh-huh.
Because it was like cold in Texas?
Even as hot as it is here, it's even hotter in the south.
Well, I was going to say that. Because I picked up a little color just driving through Texas. That's a whole other discussion. What is it you'd like to know?
On her 121st birthday, what did Jean Calment, the world's oldest woman, do to celebrate? Jean Calment, the world's oldest woman. What did she do to celebrate?
Probably strangled Willard Scott. And here's our birthday girl. I think she released like a rap album, a grandma rap album.
I'm going to disagree with that.
She really did. Released a rap album. Circle gets the square. All right, Jennifer.
I'd like to please go with Caroline Rhea.
Caroline Rhea. From Sabrina.
Whoopi,
Yes, dear.
weren't you supposed to ask if David was single?
You know what? I was going to wait because I didn't want to overwhelm him.
Okay, all right.
David,
I'm sorry.
Are you single?
Yeah?
I'm Caroline.
I just was asking for Wendy, all right?
Yeah, right.
Who was asking for Tom, but that's
Yes,
a whole
yes,
other
right. But I'm working through that.
That's right.
And,
That's
you know,
right.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, you've been happy for years.
That's right. My wife has issues, but you know,
That's right.
if you lived oversharing, if you lived in the land of Egypt and wore the coat of many colors, Caroline, you would be called.
Well, in this country, you would be called David Cassidy. No, it's true, because he played Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, so it's Joseph.
I would tend to disagree.
It's Joseph.
Joseph.
Yes,
I love
X
David
gets the
Cassidy. I know
square.
everything about him. You have to trust me.
All right, David.
Let's go with Jackee Harry.
Jackee from Sister on the WB. Jackee, what is the minimum age requirement to be a White House intern?
59, honey. Hillary changed that, baby. 59. Shoot. I'm with her, honey. I would have made it 65. Actually.
You think that would have stopped anything?
The minimum age required, dead, yeah. No more interns. No, actually, it's 21.
I'm going to disagree with that.
18. X gets the square. Okay, Jennifer.
Diedrich Bader for the block, please.
Okay, and of course, many of us probably would have gone to Bobcat, but this could work out.
Tic-tac-toe, baby.
That's
You
sometimes
got to
these
go in
things
a line.
work out.
Remember he said this way or this way?
Whoopi, she's feeling bad enough as it is.
I know, but I want to help her for the next game.
Diedrich from Drew Carey. We've all heard the saying, good fences make good neighbors, but who coined that phrase?
I think it was the same guy who said, stay off my lawn. No, I think that was Wilson Pickett.
Wilson Pickett.
I would disagree.
Robert Frost in Mending Walls. Circle against the square. All right, David.
I think I'm going to go with Bobcat for the win.
Okay, Bobcat. So, anyway, Cowpoke Bob, what was reportedly used as a marching song by the Australians in World War II?
Oh, God. It's something about getting jiggy with it. I don't know. I believe it was She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain.
She'll be coming around the mountain.
I'm going to disagree with that.
It was We're Off to See the Wizard. X gets the square and the win with $500. We'll be right back to play another game on Hollywood Squares right after this. You'll be coming right back, Jennifer. Fear not. Hollywood Squares, waist up dancing. Time for another game. This game also worth $500. Little different. So we're going to add a secret square to it. If either of you picks the secret square and are correct, you will win this.
Shop to your heart's content with a $2,500 gift certificate from IKEA.
All right, very nice. Let's show the home audience who the secret square is. Okay, now you know. David, you won the last game. You get to start this one.
Last game worked well. Let's start with Whoopi again in the center.
All right. In diner lingo, Whoopi, in diner lingo, what is an Eve with a lid?
Coffee to go.
I'm going to disagree with that.
A piece of apple pie. X gets the square. All right. Okay, Jennifer.
Caroline Rhea, please.
Caroline Rhea. All right, Caroline. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet is a famous line from
1-800-Flowers. Rose by any other smell is sweet. It's when Juliet was talking to Romeo about whether it was important to be a Montague or a Capulet. How boring am I? I swear, that's the answer, okay?
I agree.
Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, circle gets the square. All right, David.
Let's go with Wendy Liebmann.
Wendy Liebmann. All right, Wendy. Forthcoming album, the artist formerly known as
I just want to thank you for putting me on the bottom.
Oh, that's all right. Well, we've had spontaneous nosebleeds on the top row, so we don't want to.
I don't like being on the bottom.
I like being on the top.
All right, let's get back to the game. Bobcat, down boy. Here you go, Wendy. If you're in Scotland and you're dining on lung, heart, and liver of a sheep chopped with onions, fat, and oatmeal and boiled in a bag made from sheep's stomach, what are you eating?
Nothing. What am I eating? Oh, you know, I know that because I was just in Scotland. Well, I was at Epcot Center. But it's called a Highland sausage, David.
I'm going to disagree with that.
It's called a haggis.
Haggis.
A haggis.
Oh, your haggis.
X gets the square. All right, Jennifer.
I'd like to go with Diedrich Bader, please.
Diedrich Bader. All right, from Drew Carey. All right, Diedrich. Scientists in China want to clone this animal facing extinction due largely to its low sex drive.
Republicans. Let's see. No, I would have to say the panda.
I'm going to agree.
The panda. Yes, circle gets the square. All right, David.
Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla for the block.
Dr. Drew and Adam, co-authors of the Survival Guide of Life and Love. What is the only real person to be a Pez head?
It's either Idi Amin or Aquaman.
Spider-Man, maybe, but no. Come on. I think it's got to be George Washington.
George Washington.
Got 3 kids, they have lots of Pez.
I'm going to agree.
Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross. All right, now, Jennifer.
Work the kids in, everybody.
Jennifer, we can't give you that one. You have to earn it yourself.
Okay.
All right. All right, so you're going back to Dr. Drew and Adam.
Adam Carolla for the win,
The
please.
term nerd, guys, was coined by who?
Bill Gates' shop teacher.
That's the term that George Patton used towards his soldiers that were laggards. The soldiers he felt were cowardly.
Who is that again?
Patton.
Patton.
I'm going to disagree.
Dr. Seuss. Circle gets the square, and the win. We now have a tie game. Keith Hernandez was the secret square. We'll move the secret square prize to another star, and we'll be back with more and a tiebreaker game after this. Hi, welcome back to Hollywood Squares. We got a tie game going here. This is a good show.
Adjust that?
If we, I think it's all right. Yeah, it's just a little loose. New piece. If we run out of time in this or any other game, you'll get $250 for each square you have on the board. That's important. It'll count towards your cash total. Whoever has the most cash is the champion. Nobody got the secret square last time, so we'll move the prize around on the board and show you at home who the secret square star is. And our next game is worth $1,000. Jennifer, you won the last one. You start this one.
I'd like to start with Caroline Rhea, please.
Caroline. You're the secret square.
So exciting.
Okay. At 20, he became the youngest world heavyweight boxing champion. Is this boxing marvel Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, or Oscar de la Hoya?
Mike Tyson?
I'm going to disagree.
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. X gets the square. Nobody gets our gift certificate, but you get a shot here, David.
Whoopi.
Yes.
Whoopi.
Yes, David.
All right, what's your... Why were Donald Duck comics banned from libraries in Finland?
Because people didn't bring them back.
Okay. People didn't return them.
I'm going to disagree with that.
For the same reason we give Bobcat a desk. He didn't wear pants. He didn't wear pants. X gets the square.
They banned it because he didn't wear pants?
Yeah, he's got the sailor top and the bare butt.
I thought it was about him living with his 3 nephews.
I'm going to the Finnish embassy when we're done.
All right, when we're finished, you're going Finnish. Okay. Jennifer,
right.
your turn.
Wendy Liebmann for the block.
Wendy.
Oh, so much pressure.
Wendy Liebmann. Harry S. Truman was our 33rd president. What does the S in Harry S. Truman stand for?
Soupy sales. No. Soupy sales fan. Subpoena. No. No, I know this because I studied history in college.
Good.
His parents were very lazy, and it doesn't stand for anything.
I'm going to disagree.
It's just an S. It doesn't stand for anything. Yeah. Now, here's the deal, David. Sorry about that, but you know the deal. You have to earn this yourself.
Let's go with Wendy for the win.
Wendy for the win. All right, back to Wendy Liebmann. Sigmund Freud divided the human psychological structure into 3 parts: the ego, the superego, and the what?
Superego with cheese. No. Wait, are you single, David? Yeah, you are. Okay. No, I know this because I was a psychology major in college. And now I'm in therapy. But, thanks, Caroline. It's the id.
I agree.
It's the id. X gets the square, and the game will be $1,500. Let's go right into another game. This one worth $2,000. And David, you get to start this one.
Let's start with Whoopi.
Whoopi? All right. You're
David, I'm still reeling from this.
From the finish thing.
Doesn't
I
work.
know. But move forward. You're hiking in
can't, but
Yosemite.
it's a duck.
Imagine you and Donald are hiking in Yosemite National Park.
Yeah.
What mountain range are you on?
The Sierra Nevadas.
I agree.
The Sierra Nevadas.
Oh,
X
good.
gets the square. Jennifer?
I'd like to go with Diedrich Bader, please.
Diedrich Bader from Drew Carey. Diedrich. This popular vehicle derives its name from General Purpose, or GP. What is it better known as?
Jeep.
Jeep.
I'm going to agree.
Jeep. Yes, circle gets the square. All right, David.
Jackee Harry.
Jackee. All right. Jackee, who wrote everything you ever wanted to know about sex but were afraid to ask?
Whoopi Goldberg. No.
You're right, baby.
No.
But only following your book.
I got a couple of questions later. Masters and Johnson.
I'm going to disagree.
Dr. David Rubin. X gets the square.
What do you think?
All right, back to you, Jennifer.
Okay, I'd like to go with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla,
Dr.
please.
Drew and Adam. Up there. What gas makes up 78% of the Earth's atmosphere?
My Uncle Lou's. He's a heavy set guy. He loves the cannolis, Lou does.
I know I've been bluffing a lot, but it's nitrogen.
I agree.
Nitrogen, yes. Circle gets the square. All right, David. Okay, that little noise means we are out of time, so let's tote up the board with 2 circles. You get, Jennifer, an additional $500, and that puts your total at $1,000. Not enough to catch up with David, but certainly enough to get our thanks.
Thank you very
Nice piece of
much.
change.
Yes, it
Thank you
is.
for joining us in Hollywood Squares.
Thank you.
Well, David, your 2 X's bring your total up to $2,000. You, sir, are our champion. Congratulations. And your winning ways are not over. When we come back, you get a bonus prize. You'll have cash and trips and a brand new car hiding up there. It could be yours right after this. Join us on Hollywood Square.
Game TV brings the series where skin is definitely in. As top
United Airlines, working to make your travel experience easier and more comfortable. It's a new direction they're taking. It's a new way to fly. United Airlines rising.
Welcome back to Hollywood Squares, here with our champion, David DeBowie. Now, here's the deal, David. You already got $2,000 in cash. Each of our stars has a bonus prize. They've got more cash in some cases, exotic trips, and a brand new car, all waiting up there for you. Pick a star.
Brought me luck throughout the whole game. I'm going to go with Whoopi.
Whoopi?
Okay. Well, it ain't the car, honey. But it's $5 grand.
There you go. That's it. Bringing your total in cash, David, to $7,000. Congratulations. How about a hand for David, our champion? Good stuff. Nice half hour's work, huh? Not bad at all. We got a few seconds. I want to just chat with some of our stars. Jackee, great to have you here this week. It really is.
Thank you.
How did you and your husband meet?
At a Halloween party.
Really?
I was Marilyn Monroe. I had on that dress from, when her dress came up over that grill, remember when her dress? And I had a little fan with me all night, and I put that fan down on the floor. And when he came along, I pressed the button and it blew up. So he said, "Hi, Marilyn."
Really?
And I met him, and I took his phone number, and he didn't call me for 3 weeks.
Oh.
And had you given up hope on him?
No. I knew he was going to call me. He's just a workaholic.
Well, that's great. So for any of you out there looking to find your mate, have a fan attachment, apparently. That really works. All right, that's all the time we have. Thanks for being with us on Hollywood Squares. See you next time.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.